So, hello friends, Kuyan here, and today your boy is back, Nick Crowley. Yes, we're going to react on this, and it's pretty dark, you know, when it comes to all this video, it's very horribly dark and pretty scary too. I don't know if there are even as scary and dark videos as Nick Crowley, so yeah, I'm pretty excited to watch this video. Hopefully you can leave a subscribe to my YouTube channel before I'm playing this, friends, so hopefully you can, support me when it comes to making more content like this in the future. So yeah, hopefully leave a subscribe, and let's get right into it.
The following video is sponsored by Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Advertisement. Flash warning. Flashes images shown. The following video contains that. Oh my god. Very slow when it comes to reading. So chapter 1. The Wasco train encounter. And that's actually a very fast intro.
On the morning of March 22nd, 2024, the Kern County Sheriff's Office was flooded with calls about an incident that had taken place near the Wasco Amtrak station in Wasco, California.
I think I heard
the incident
this.
Involved a pedestrian who was reportedly walking dangerously close to an active train track before being struck by an oncoming locomotive, a situation that authorities knew was likely unsurvivable.
Oh my god.
Police arrived at the scene shortly after 8 a.m. and were met with the bloody aftermath of the accident, as they found 48-year-old Horacio Ayala Penoza deceased on the tracks, with the force of the impact being so strong that his body was torn apart and scattered all throughout the area.
Oh.
At first, it was believed to have been a clear-cut suicide, but after interviewing some of the witnesses,
I think it means offing himself.
Police learned that the man had never stepped in front of the train, and rather he had actually been sucked underneath as a result of walking too closely, painting a clearer picture that this was all a tragic accident. But as police were conducting these interviews, one strange detail kept coming up, as apparently Horatio wasn't the only one on the tracks around the time of the incident, with there allegedly having been one other man standing nearby, a man who took off shortly after Horatio had been killed. And strangely, witnesses believe they saw the man reach down and pick something up before leaving. For the officers on the scene, finding this man became the next obvious order of business, but by this point he had already found himself a few blocks away, where he was spotted by a group of construction workers. The group watched as the man walked towards them, appearing to hold some sort of large item in one of his hands, the same item that had been taken from the train tracks. And the closer he got, the clearer it became what exactly this thing was.
What?
It was a human leg.
Well, what? You see what I mean, friends? When it comes to Nick Crowley videos, shit gets real, okay? The following video was recorded by one of the construction workers at the scene. Why is he carrying a leg? Oh, he seems like a crazy person. Hey.
For some inexplicable reason, when the train had dismembered Horatio, this man had run over and picked up his leg, and he was now waving that leg on the sidewalk of a nearby road, with the construction crew claiming that he had been banging it against the fence as he walked towards them, and at one point had even struck the leg against one of their machines. Upon the realization, a wave of fear washed over the group, as they were unsure what this man had done to get this leg, or what he would do next, though that was something that even the wildest of imaginations could have never predicted.
He's eating that. Whoa. Shit. Huh? Oh.
As the man looked out at the leg and began eating it, as the workers watched on in horror.
Oh, what? Huh?
Officers arrived on the scene immediately after this, and when they asked the man what he was doing with the leg, he explained that it belonged to him, and that he was taking it to a nearby hospital to have it reattached. But it was obvious to everyone there that this man wasn't missing any of his legs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's crazy.
With the officers having to go as far as to prove it to him by making him roll up the sleeves of his pants and touch both of his legs. His explanation was completely nonsensical, and obviously didn't account for the fact that he was literally eating the leg just minutes before, leading to officers immediately placing him under arrest. His name was Rosendo Tejas, a 27-year-old man who had been experiencing homelessness and had been living on a street near the train tracks, with police determining that he did in fact have nothing to do with the actual death of Horatio. He just so happened to be near the tracks at the time, where he would first witness the accident, and then, for some unknown reason, take Horatio's leg and start eating it. It appears as though this was the result of a combination of both drugs and alcohol, as he was found carrying narcotics when he was taken into custody, and he had just been captured by security cameras purchasing alcohol at a nearby liquor store just hours before the incident. But what's so interesting about this footage is just how normal Rosendo seems. In fact, the people working there knew him quite well, as he stopped in almost daily, where he was described as being polite and ordinary, including on the day of that incident. In fact, it said that at first the shop owners didn't believe that Rosendo could have possibly done this, but it seems that whatever substances he had taken that day had changed him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Whoa, that's actually very unique. I think I've heard like some cases about this actually. Like a lot of videos, like some of them like even have cannibalism, some of them like have like sting from their body. I think it's like possible meth, something like I did hear that is some kind of like common for meth addicts, as I've heard.
Rosendo
Only as I've heard, take everything from grain of salt. I'm not a drug expert
was
here.
charged with 2 counts of removal of human remains and 1 count of destroying or concealing evidence, as well as resisting a police officer, and was sentenced to 1 year in prison after pleading no contest, bringing this absurd case to an...
It seems like a 3-year, or at least some kind of mental stuff, or like mental health, related type of
end. However, his unsettling behavior will forever live on in one of YouTube's darkest videos.
Yeah. Like, no shit, man. YouTube darkest videos. Part 9. Man, it's been so long, man. Like, I've been watching this series for so long. Chapter 2. Wow. That's a very scary...
It was just past 10 p.m. Safely tucked away in her second-story apartment, 20-year-old Hannah Vivaretti set up her phone to record a video of herself dancing. For her, this was a meditative practice, a way of unwinding after a long, stressful day, and to truly feel at peace. But that day, fate had other plans. As Hannah was dancing, something off camera caused her to stop dead in her tracks and yell, "Who are you?" It was a man whom Hannah had never seen before, standing in the doorway of her balcony.
What? How? How did he got to the balcony? How? Did he climb? What the fuck? Okay, are there, like Navy SEALs? That's gotta be very insane, like just one neighborhood, like the Navy SEALs just dropped on the helicopter in your balcony. It's gonna be a very funny scenario. But yeah, this is actually very strange.
Which again was on the second floor, meaning that man had climbed up, cracked open the door, and was now standing in her home staring at her, quietly muttering nonsensically with a big grin on his face.
Who are you? Who are you? Please get off.
Hannah stopped the music and again asked, "Who are you?" To which the man responded by saying,
Please get
Your
out.
friend?
No, please get out.
I'm your friend?
Yes.
Are you sure?
But her demeanor and the panic in her voice made it all too clear that this
call help, man. Call
was
help.
far from the case.
Who are you? Please get out of my apartment right now.
Wait, where
She
is he?
started to make her way over to her phone and then towards the front door. All the while, the man kept calmly insisting that they be friends, but Hannah was having none of it.
Yeah, don't just get out there.
Please get out of my apartment right now.
Opening her front door and in the process,
Get out. Get out.
pointing the camera directly at the intruder, giving us our first and only glimpse of the man as he's
Yikes.
standing still in the balcony doorway.
That is very, very creepy, man. Like some just person just get into your home.
And with her front door now open, she yelled at him to get out, loud enough for the neighbors to hear.
Get out.
Okay. Oh, you spoke him.
Which finally caused the man to retreat. As it turns out, Hannah did actually know who this man was, at least vaguely, as he lived in the same apartment complex, but he never actually spoke to her. He would always just stare and smile, making it apparent that he had some sort of sick interest in her.
Yeah.
As for why he entered her home that night, it's fairly obvious that his intentions were incredibly sinister, with Hannah recalling that during the entire experience, his hands never left his hoodie pocket, making her wonder if he was holding onto some sort of weapon that he may have been planning to use on her. But thankfully, because of her swift reaction, we'll never truly know what he had planned that night. Days after the incident, police would arrest 36-year-old Angel Moses Rodriguez Gomez.
It's kind of sad, like, there's maybe, like, weird type of session like this, and some kind of unfortunate, like, a lot of, women are unfortunately been attacked by, like, people like this.
And charge him with
Or monsters.
stalking, second-degree assault, third and fourth-degree burglary, and malicious destruction of property. But surprisingly, shortly after his arrest, they allowed him to walk free on bail, and And given that he lived in the same apartment complex as Hannah and clearly knew where she lived, this decision was incredibly controversial, with Hannah herself stating in an interview that, "I just don't think it's fair that he's walking freely right now, and I have to watch my back at every angle."
Yeah, like what? What the fuck? Why are the law enforcement like this? I'm pretty sure this is a rare case, but like, holy shit, man! Like that is just a fucking criminal offense. Like you don't know what the, monster can ever do like to other people. That is like a harmful thing. You're like enabling a dangerous person like this. It's like you're, like throwing off like a, I guess, ignited bomb that will explode someday.
The court's decision would not lead to any further escalations in the case, and today Angel no longer lives in the country, but the footage is incredibly chilling nonetheless, and it sent me down a rabbit hole of home invasion videos late the other night. And here on YouTube, I came across countless unsettling examples.
Okay.
One such example comes from Saratov, Russia, and shows a woman moments after being awoken by the sound of knocking as she lay in bed in her apartment. It was around 4:30 a.m., which was already unusual enough, but things became downright horrifying for her when she realized that the knocking wasn't coming from the door, it was coming from the window.
Damn, that's like a horror movie right there.
Outside of her window was a man, banging his head against the glass over and over again. And equally as disturbing, this woman's unit wasn't on the first floor. She was 2 stories up, and she didn't.
What? That sounds like he's from ground level because I seen like cars behind the man. That's actually a crazy person. That's a very scary person. Like you see that person, man, like see that face? That's probably on drugs or something.
Man, banging his head against the glass over and over again. And equally as disturbing,
I was like expecting him for like having his hand, but when it comes to his head, it's kind of funny, man. I didn't like expect that.
This woman's unit,
but it's also kind of creepy and scary,
It wasn't on the first floor. She was 2 stories up, and she didn't have a balcony. Across the street, a neighbor filmed the incident as it happened, showing us that the man was standing on one of the building's gas pipes while he continued to strike the window. Eventually, these hits grew so forceful that the glass started to break, and his head began bleeding profusely, finally leading to the man stopping, but not in the pursuit of entering the home.
What? 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 Man, I thought it was just funny a while ago. What is his plan? Speak English, please! I'm pretty sure there's like a move from that. I'm pretty sure it was like, English, do you speak? I think, English, do you speak? I think, I never like actually watched that movie. I think it was, I forgot about it, but it was a Quentin Tarantino movie.
As he instead climbed to a different window where he attempted to peel it open with his fingers. But by this point, police had already arrived on the scene, and eventually the man would be forced down and placed under arrest.
What?
When looking for an explanation as to why this man was doing this, it appears that he was under the influence of bath salts during the ordeal. But aside from this, I couldn't find any other information about the man's identity.
Yeah, when it comes to his face, we know he's some kind of drugs or something.
Or whatever became of him. But I was able to find that this clip doesn't tell the entire story, as the woman behind the camera actually spoke to a local reporter and provided additional context to the ordeal, which only made the story more terrifying. At first, he knocked with his hands. Then he began to peck at me at the window with his head for an hour and a half without stopping. After that, he started shouting my name to the whole yard. He was foaming at the mouth, his whole face was covered in blood, and he shouted that he wanted to talk to me, and he needed me. With the most terrifying part of the statement being that she had no idea who this man was, or how he could have even known her name. The idea of both of these intruder videos featuring people whom the victims had never even spoken to makes them especially unsettling, as it shows that you really never know who's watching and who might be obsessing over you.
Yeah.
But incidents like this can be equally as chilling when the intruder is someone that you do know. Mohammed Aman
Really? That's fairly like scary?
was a 26-year-old man living in Orrefors, Sweden, and had been dating a woman named Maria. But after several run-ins with the law, Mohammed's lifestyle just became too much for her, and she eventually decided.
It is very scary in today's world too. Like this has been increasingly, yes, as I've heard, has been increasing. For sure, it's not likely the case, but I guess this also have to come to like mental health related and stuff too. Like some people are just some men, especially in this case, are extremely lonely, and their minds gonna go crazy.
To end the relationship. This caused Mohammed to become enraged, an emotion that was only further heightened when he discovered that she was staying with a male friend of theirs. And on the 25th of May,
Just let her go, man. Like women, when they love someone, it's not within your control to force to love as yourself. Like some women will eventually love you. But I'm pretty sure if you're very angry at this case, no wonder no one
he
loves
would
you.
show up at his doorstep and ask to speak to Maria. Inside, the male friend and Maria both refused to let him in and told him to leave. And for a moment, he did, though only temporarily, as he would return minutes later, this time armed with a ladder. And noticing what he was trying to do, the homeowner began recording on his cell phone.
En stege. En stege. Varför?
Vad gör du, Mohammed?
Kan man gå in?
Vad gör du?
The man behind the camera asks, "What are you doing? Are you going to fight me?" To which Mohammed said no, he just wanted to speak to Maria.
Tror du kommer upp här? Tror du kommer upp här?
That's basically like threatening you. Obviously, like, oh, I just want to speak to you. Nah, the subtext on that, friends, is like, yeah, I'm going to kill you. No.
As he said
Oh.
this, his
Wait, what is he holding? What was that?
demeanor was unsettlingly calm as he continues making his way up the ladder.
Mohammed,
He seems like,
tror du kommer upp här?
yeah,
The
like,
man
what
behind
is
the
that?
camera asked,
Did you see that, friends? Like, he's holding something in his left arm. What is that? Is that a weapon of some sort?
"What are you doing? Are you going to fight me?" To which Mohammed said no,
Whoa, it is. Is that a knife? It looks like a knife. Is
he
it?
just wanted to speak to Maria.
It is. It is a knife. Oh shit. It's a fucking knife. Oh shit.
Tror du kommer upp här?
Oh shit. Oh no.
Varför slår med mig?
See, he's trying to hide it in his other arm. It's a knife.
As he said this, his demeanor was unsettlingly calm
That is very fucking scary.
as he continues making his way up the ladder.
Mohammed, du kommer inte upp här. Du kommer inte in i mitt hem. Du kommer inte in i mitt hem, Mohammed.
With his demeanor being so calm that the cameraman couldn't tell if Mohammed was a threat or not, though it wouldn't take long for him to get his answer.
Du kommer
Yeah, I saw a knife. I saw a knife.
inte in i mitt hem.
Holy shit.
Därför hon...
Yes.
Han högg mig.
Oh god. Fuck. Get out there, man.
In an instant, Mohammed struck the cameraman, causing him to retreat into his room, closing the sliding glass door just in time for Mohammed to step on the balcony and brandish a large kitchen.
Yeah, I knew it, man. Like, I saw that knife from a mile away from his hand. Kind of crazy, like, they didn't see it too. Because in the video it's so clear. Like, I thought this was even like a phone. Holy shit, it's going to attack this.
En stor köttkniv. Såg ni det?
Oh, shit. He's getting aggressive. Damn.
Still dazed by the attack, the man holding the camera retreated even further into the house, while Maria had already run into the bathroom and locked the door
Okay.
behind her. A
Okay.
door that Mohammed would quickly rush over to.
Okay. My god, this crazy person.
Släpp in mig på dass, han kommer in. Han kommer in, Maria. Mohammed, hugg du. Mohammed, du högg mig redan.
And desperately tried to open, even trying to use his knife to turn the lock, as that lock was the only thing standing in the way of what he was there to
Oh
do.
fuck. Oh shit.
What exactly that was is unknown, as police would manage to arrive on the scene within minutes of this footage being taken.
Thank god, bro. Oh god. That was insane. That was insane. To me, it's like whenever I see a guy like trying to climb in my ladder, man, I'm shooting right. I'm not hesitating. Okay, you're just being fucking invasive. Just don't do that. Don't climb over and invade someone's home. Okay, that's crazy. Also, the more craziness thing from here is like he's even have a knife to begin with. You could have died. It's kind of crazy. Like the cameraman is still alive in this case too. Holy shit. Also, the police is probably the saving grace from here. That take like a minute. God damn.
Where they would arrest Mohammed before he was able to get to Maria. But it's clear based on the fact that he had a weapon on him and his desperate attempt
attacking.
to breach the house that he didn't just want to have a conversation. In the
Yeah.
end,
That when it comes to people like trying to invade you, it's like, hey, I want to take a conversation. The subtext that is like, hey, I'm gonna kill her. Oh my god.
the man filming
People
was
like
left
this,
with only
man.
minor cuts, Mohammed was sentenced to 2 years in prison as well as a 10-year ban from the country of Sweden, leaving us with 3 haunting videos of 3 disturbed intruders, whose true intentions will thankfully never be known.
Yeah, and thank God all the victims are also alive in this case. Like, also friends, in our story too, like, we have been home invaded by a sick person, like, incredibly sick person. I don't want to tell much of the story because it is from my, sister's story, and I don't want to disrespect her privacy in this case, so I don't want to speak much of it.
It's the spookiest time of the year, a time when the consumption of horror movies and dark YouTube videos reaches its peak. But while fun in the moment, the true terror of consuming this content often occurs long after the credits roll.
For sure, I'm always like having fun, even like watching Nick Crowley or Nexpo in this case during the horror time season.
You close your eyes to go to sleep, only to feel the sickening feeling of paranoia. Every creak in your home sending a jolt of panic throughout your body, making you wonder,
is this an ad?
If someone or something is inside your house. I was just like you once. Consuming creepy content is my livelihood. And
Oh, that's Nick Crowley. Oh, I thought this was like a B-roll.
as a result, I've spent countless sleepless nights feeling
Professional creepy video watcher saying.
uneasy within my own home, never quite feeling safe and secure, always wondering if something was lurking around me, until I realized that the reason I didn't feel secure was because I wasn't.
I don't know if I even want to skip this, ad video when it comes to this type of entertainment.
The only thing standing between me and the outside world was a simple lock, and I knew it was time for a change, with that change finally coming when I partnered
I love like how the retro and, old time vibes when it comes to this video. It's like a beige tape.
with this video sponsor, SimpliSafe. SimpliSafe is a home security system that you can control
Okay, I might as well just watch the ad advertise, We don't want to skip this. It's almost important for people to.
right from your phone. The SimpliSafe app allows you to arm and disarm the system, as well as view your live camera feeds anytime in any place. When I'm panicking in bed, I can just check the footage and be reassured that no one else is around.
It's kind of like cool, like the camera, sponsored the right people when it comes to this YouTube channel,
And when I'm away, I can check to
I guess if people are fairly scared, you have something to protect from you in your home.
make sure my belongings and, way more importantly, my dog are safe. But SimpliSafe isn't just your run-of-the-mill security system. They utilize something called Active Guard Outdoor Protection, which uses AI technology to identify threats outside of your home. So if someone is in the area acting suspiciously, it will send an alert to a monitoring agent, who can then trigger the alarms, send out an urgent police dispatch, or even talk to the persons or
I don't know. That seems pretty creepy than the creepy people, outside from your home. I always don't like AI when it comes to recording your privacy and stuff. That's actually more creepy. So for me at least, that's even more creepy.
persons.
At least in your home, you can always call the police in your right if you need some kind of emergency, but when it comes to AI tracking, when it comes to their faces, that's extremely creepy. You don't know, people are even watching your face and stuff.
In real time. And
Even tracking your own family too, their faces, they've been on a database somewhere.
all this is
It's actually even more creepy.
happening before a break-in even occurs. Whereas with old school systems, by the time the alarm goes off, your home has already been breached.
I'm pretty sure I only use this when it comes to going on vacation, but when it comes to doing it on every day-to-day basis,
It's peace of mind in the place where we should all feel most at peace, which means the terror can end when the credits roll. And if you want to feel that same peace of mind, you can save 50% off your very
it's
own
such a beautiful place, man.
SimpliSafe security system.
I don't know where he goes to this type of place. It's such a beautiful country, to even record his
By signing up
videos.
for their professional monitoring plan, visit simplysafe.com/Nick Crowley to customize yours. And there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
All right, back to the horror. Chapter 3, video blog number 1, the story of Noah Harmham. So it seems like there's a lot of video blogs in this case.
Alright, hey folks, this is Noah, getting my blog live. Trucks and trucks and lots of trucks.
This
Trucks.
is the very first footage that Noah Harpum would post to YouTube. After years of having a channel, Noah finally decided to give uploading a try.
For me, man, it's been so long, I abandoned this YouTube channel. If you don't know, my oldest video was still up to date. I think it was a music video. I uploaded that when I was 13 years old. So I didn't try YouTube. I know I'm going to do YouTube someday in the future, but I never tried it a lot. I only upload some videos here and there and kind of banned on YouTube until I get to the college stuff where I kind of love doing YouTube. It's really very awesome, man. Like try to start this. I don't know where it's gonna take me, but at least I have something to, I guess, a hobby in this case to do in the background. Hopefully, it will give me some money for change in the future. But yeah, I don't know what to expect from more of this. I'm actually just enjoying just giving out my thoughts and just watching YouTube in this case.
Posting this inaugural video to a self-titled channel on October 29th, 2015,
Good
titling
for
it
him.
102915, video blog number 1, and introducing himself to the platform with a simple "Hello World" in the description.
That's the title of this chapter, next Crowley's video. Pretty sure this is not gonna end well.
No, but I did want to dissect just the beginning of a sermon given by a Pastor Bill, a guy that my dad has been following, taking ideas from for 10 years at least. He and his family, 2 kids.
In the video, Harpham paces throughout his home and discusses a priest named Pastor Bill, whom he believed was influencing his father and his family, and clearly not in a good way.
I've been ignorant of it for a long time, so I wanted to look at it, and I challenged him just to look at 15 minutes of this sermon.
Though he gives no context as to who this pastor is, only mentioning that he had been ignorant of the situation for a while, and that this video was his response after trying to expose the truth to his father.
Been waiting and waiting, and haven't heard anything. So I was going to just post my reply, and I guess that's how I'll start my blog.
Again, what this truth is unclear, as the lack of information makes this video a confusing watch, and ultimately it tells us very little about who Noah was, let alone the other people he was discussing. But he did end the clip by making it clear that this was only the beginning of what would be a reoccurring blog series that would showcase just him, his thoughts, and his camera.
The blog is just going to be me with a video camera, and that'll be it. We'll see what happens.
But before those uploads would come, Noah had pinned a website in his description that directed users to a blog post written by him that same day, titled, "Is My Dad in a Cult? Even worse, is it satanic?" Throughout the writing, Harpham loosely provides additional context for his video, as he breaks down a sermon given by Pastor Bill, who is shown to be Bill Johnson, a well-known preacher from the Bethel Church in Redding, California, who had garnered a large following online. And despite the sermon being over an hour long, Harpham goes through it point by point, critiquing everything that he said. And the more he typed, the more angry he got. And the more angry he got, the more nonsensical his words became.
Okay, seems like a very interesting person.
I'm attempting to present a case that shows the leader of this prestigious institution, along with a select group of rulers, are using mind control techniques to poison and confuse legions of useful...
Yeah, seems like a conspirator here. Conspiracy theorists believe it's... or conspiracy theory people that believes conspiracy theories.
idiots that slave away to keep the institution humming along, and that this man, Pastor Bill Johnson, and his ruling caste are using mind control to keep people imbalanced and ignorant, in a state of perpetual waiting for the material world to be defied, while they themselves are profiting immensely in this material world.
I mean, a lot of people like that. I'm pretty sure the marketing people who are, selling stuff and marketing stuff in the capitalist world, pretty sure they're also doing mind control stuff, also known as ads, you know what I mean? So yeah, pretty sure it's not actually wrong in this case, but it's not. I think, calling it, I guess, mind controlling in a sense, it's possibly like, I guess, too overworldly, I think, when it comes to this. But I think, in my opinion, people when it comes to religion, it's always like mind control when it comes to people. Like, if you're trying to be a yes man and everything is always right, if you're trying to doubt a person or even criticize them, I think you have more of an open mind in that case. And, you can, because you are more likely to question your, own type of beliefs or intelligence when it comes to this stuff, Because some religion are bad, especially when they try to sermon and try to, use their religion as their, belief to justify those, evil stuff that they've been doing. I'm pretty sure much of history is even like that. I don't know, I'm too into this, even though this is a very good video, so let's get right into it.
The blog gives us a peek behind the curtain of the man shown in this video, a man who seems to be clearly mentally unwell, paranoid, and very angry, with the post making it clear that the purpose of Noah's content was to bring this pastor down, and video blog number 1 was supposed to be just the start. However, there would never be a video blog number 2, as just 2 days after posting this video, Noah's life would take a drastic turn.
Huh? What happened?
Springs 911, what's the exact location of your emergency?
Oh.
It's at,
Repeat that one more time for me and make sure I had it correct.
well, it's across the street from me. I'm calling from my address.
Oh
Tell
shit.
me exactly what happened.
Well, there was a guy walking around with like 2 cans of gasoline or something, 2 small cans, and a big, like a rifle. It was black.
Oh
and
shit.
it had a strap around it. He's walking up to doors and stuff.
Kinda cool, like some, neighbors can also like try to call some emergency like this.
At 8:35 a.m. on Halloween morning, a woman named Naomi Bettis called 911 after witnessing a suspicious man walking around her neighborhood in Colorado Springs, as she watched him carrying several cans of gas, as well as an AR-15 that was hung over his shoulder. She didn't know it at the time, but this man was her neighbor, Noah Harpham.
And then I seen that he walked into the building, and the glass window at that business is broke.
And that's a business? What's the name of the business?
I have no idea, but I just know I don't know if it's a fake gun, BB gun, but it looks pretty scary.
As the call progresses, Naomi explains that she had watched
Very good. Like, what a very nice neighbor calling emergency, for the safety of her other neighbors, I
him
guess.
enter a nearby business, where one of the windows appeared to have been broken. She wasn't sure if anything illegal had happened at this point, but she was convinced that Noah was up to something sinister, which based on what he had in his possession seemed to be the only logical conclusion.
Yeah.
However, this concern wasn't felt by everyone.
Huh?
And you said it looked like a long gun, correct? Like a rifle?
Yes.
Well, it is an open carry state, so he can have a weapon with him or walking around with it, but of course having those gas cans...
Yeah, I guess so. It is America, Americans with their guns and something. But like, 2 gas cans is like, very suspicious, Maybe take, call some police to patrol around the area. Maybe?
Seem pretty suspicious, so we're going to keep the call going for that.
Okay, and the window's broken to that business downstairs, so...
Right.
Yeah, that's also the thing. Like, nobody should always, break down the windows in this case. So, take this as a consideration. Maybe. I'm pretty sure like a lot of people are a bit too safe, I guess. Like, just a guy with a gas can and a gun. It's Halloween. Breaking other windows, it's just trick or treating.
Out upstairs, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And are you or anyone else in immediate danger?
No.
Okay.
As the operator seemingly brushed aside the incident, stating that she was only keeping the call going because the gas cans could be suspicious.
What?
However, even with that, the report still wasn't taken seriously, as the dispatcher hung up on her shortly after, before dispatching one single officer to the scene. An officer that never even made it there, as just moments later he was called off and sent to what was deemed to be a
What? Why? Huh? Everything's just going so fucking wrong here.
more pressing scene at the local senior center. Naomi's concerns were completely ignored, but despite this, she continued to watch out her window, waiting to see what Noah would do next. 4 minutes after her call with police ended, and 10 minutes after first reporting Noah's behavior, Naomi would dial 911 once again, only this time, her demeanor was far different.
Okay.
I just called a few minutes ago, and the guy came back out, and he fired a gun at somebody, and he's laying on the street dead. Oh my God. You sent an ambulance too.
Naomi's worst fears had come true, as she frantically told dispatch that the man carrying the gun had just shot and killed someone outside of her home.
Oh my God.
Okay, calm down, okay?
Oh my God, this could have been saved. This also happened in 2015. That's actually a long time ago.
Bear with me. I'm just putting that into the call. Is anyone in immediate danger?
No, that I can see or think. No.
In response, the operator bizarrely asks if anyone else is in danger, but
Yeah, like what? Someone just died. What the fuck? Someone get this I don't know, dispatcher? Get fired. What question is that?
Naomi, likely in a state of shock, answers no, before immediately realizing that Noah was heading in the direction of Platt
What
Avenue,
the fuck?
which was known to be a busier neighborhood.
Maybe on Platt Avenue there might be people in danger.
Naomi, I need the suspect's description. Do you know his name?
No, I don't.
Okay, is he white, black, Hispanic,
He's
Asian?
white, and he's got long curly hair coming out of his cap.
She desperately tried to relay that more people were likely in harm's way,
Yeah.
only to be immediately proven right just seconds later.
I think, there's people outside that might be in danger
Oh, shit.
on Platt.
Oh
I
no.
just heard another gun fire.
Oh
my God.
fuck.
When she
Oh,
hears
no.
more gunshots, prompting
Oh no. Oh shit.
The operator to once again ask,
Yeah, they need to call an ambulance or something right away.
Is anyone in immediate?
Woman, there's a guy dead. There's firefight going on. There's a man with a rifle and a gas can for some reason. I'm pretty sure he's planning to burn the body after that. But what the fuck? Just call the ambulance. Just call the police. What is wrong here? Who is this? This needs to be fired.
Danger.
Only people up on Platte, maybe.
All right, I am sending the paramedics to help you now.
Thank
Stay on the
you.
line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next, okay?
Okay.
it was only then that the operator would tell Naomi that police and medical personnel were finally being dispatched to the scene. But by this point, it was
So fucking frustrating, man. I'm pretty sure this is not, the only person who does this, but hopefully, all 911 dispatchers will always take things seriously. I don't know why this is the only exception. Like, this could have been avoidable, actually. Like, this could have been avoidable in so many ways.
far too late. In the moments after Naomi had made her first 911 call, Noah Harpham would first attempt to light his house on fire using the 2 cans of gasoline, though this, however, failed and caused him to quickly shift his focus. Noah instead stepped outside and brandished his rifle, immediately pointing it directly at Andrew Mayers, who had been riding his bike in the neighborhood, and after seeing the gun, the man stopped and begged him not to shoot, to which Noah responded by pulling the trigger multiple times.
What the fuck, bro? Kinda random, too. Like, he just killed an innocent person. It's just like riding a bike. It's so sad. And nobody in the neighborhood just like, the 911 dispatcher in here just completely ignored this whole situation.
Killing him instantly, with Andrew Myers being the man that Naomi had seen laying dead on the street.
Oh,
From
man.
there, Noah began walking up the street where he would eventually see 2 women sitting on the porch of a sobriety center, where local women went to get help with their drug and alcohol addictions. And upon noticing them, he immediately started shooting, striking and killing both Christina Galella and Jennifer Vasquez.
Oh my god.
Noah walked for over a mile after this before the police finally caught up with him, and when they called out for him to stop walking, Noah turned and immediately opened fire, leading to a massive shootout.
Bro, this could have been like, this could have been just prevented earlier on.
When the smoke cleared, the only one struck had been Noah, who was lying dead on the pavement, marking the end of his killing spree. The investigation that followed revealed that Noah had never even met any of the 3 people he killed that day. They were all total strangers, leaving the question, why had he done it?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? What is motive? I'm pretty sure he just went crazy there.
Well, even today, there's still no clear motive.
Yeah, that's the saddest thing about this type of cases. When it comes to, like, crazy people who's just gone insane from their mind. You can never get, like, motive like this.
This appearing to be a completely random and senseless act, but looking at his final and only posts online, Noah was clearly very angry and seemed to be mentally unwell, which was corroborated by testimony from his parents, as they later claimed that he had anger issues and suffered from drug addiction and bipolar disorder. But what's so unusual about this to me was that this video was published just 2 days before the killings, and it was clearly not meant to be a one-off post. It was something that he seemed genuinely excited to continue, yet not even 48 hours later, he resorted to this. What happened in that time frame may never be known, but the effects of it will last forever. And I can't help but wonder how differently this all could have gone if that initial 911 operator had just taken Naomi's report seriously. Noah's spree didn't start for a full 10 minutes after she started that call, which would have been more than enough time for police to intervene. But instead, Noah was given all the time he needed to end 3 innocent lives.
Damn it, man. 3 people could have saved there. If you just taken seriously, man. Damn it. What a completely oversight. That was complete oversight. That was complete ignorance at its finest. Oh man, that's so sad. It was kind of kind, like two of the women are also trying to get help from their drug addiction and stuff. Oh man, that's heartbreaking, man. Just 3 normal, innocent people just died from there. From a crazy person who absolutely just insane. Chapter 4, the Dogma Ropeway incident? Yeah. I can't read the incident there. I'm pretty sure like he tried to blur that incident. So the Dogma Ropeway incident.
It wasn't an attraction for the faint of heart. Standing over 1,300 feet above the ground, the Deogar ropeway was built to take tourists up and down the Trikut mountain in Jharkhand, India. It was the tallest
Oh wait, I
cableway
think I saw this. I actually saw a video about this. I think, in my memory, but I don't know.
in the
I think I saw it on Twitter. I think they have a drone and stuff to see the people who has been, riding this. But I don't know. Maybe a different situation. But
entire
we'll see.
country, offering an unparalleled view of Deogar and the picturesque landscape around it. Because of this, videos have long since been posted on YouTube showing just how dramatic of a ride this truly is, with one such video being recorded on April 10th, 2022.
Damn. I kind of I'm always like concerned when it comes to this, rides. Like think about the wind and stuff. Like this is a mountain too, so it can easily sway the thing that you're riding. Damn, that's scary.
That day, a woman and her family had been filming their adventure to the Trikut mountain, and were now filming a first-person view of the descent back down.
Ah. Okay.
It wasn't the kind of place for anyone with a fear of heights, and the loud sounds of the car passing the support towers only added to the anxiety of the trip. But the group filming this all remained relatively calm, quietly conversing to themselves, seemingly unfazed by the spectacular height.
Holy shit. That's long.
Even enjoying it.
I love the background music. It's so serene, man.
A feeling that wouldn't last.
Yikes. Okay. So I guess it was a different situation than what I've saw. I remember. What the fuck just happened?
Without any warning, the car was met with a massive force, sending the occupants and the camera to the floor.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when it comes to like cables and stuff, I'm pretty sure it just snapped. I think.
The footage to go dark. In that moment, one of the ropeway's axles had dislodged, causing a failure on the pulley system, which resulted in two carts crashing into each other, and the rest coming to a sudden and violent halt. The impact was brutal, but somewhat surprisingly, the footage continued.
Okay? Are they okay? Oh my god, this is just a family trip, so... God.
Showing just enough to reveal that the ropeway and the cabin these people were in were both still intact, before the recording came to an end. This group had survived the impact.
Wow. Man, you don't know, like, sometimes a sentence like that, these people just survived. That's like, oh my god. Oh my god. It's like, you're so thankful to hear a sentence like that, it's kind of crazy. Like my soul just went back to my body. It's like, thank God they survived. Whoa. Okay.
But the nightmare was far from over.
Oh my god. But they survived though, so at least that's the thing.
News of the collision quickly spread throughout the region, leading to the scene being flooded with rescuers and news crews alike, with everyone trying to figure out what exactly was happening.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
The initial prognosis was grim. In the impact, one man in a separate car had been killed, and many others were left injured. And making matters worse, due to the broken axle, the ropeway was now no longer operational, meaning that the 70+ people spread throughout the various cars were now stuck.
Oh my god, that is so scary. There's also, you can get hungry from there, and you never know your final moments. Scary.
Some of whom were still suspended over 1,000 feet in the air. It was going to be an incredible...
And it's also a mountain, so you have to understand, our friends, like, winds are going to be very strong. Some slope are going to get, very steep. There's no landing zone, so it's going to be very difficult to get them out.
Really difficult rescue operation.
Yeah.
Just given the height of the ropeway alone.
It would be very interesting, like, for a lot of people to, zip line across from the cables. But I don't know,
And ultimately, it was determined that the Indian Air Force would utilize their special top-of-the-line helicopters to fly over the cars and lower down ropes with harnesses attached to them for survivors, who then would strap themselves in and be hoisted up to the helicopter above using an electronic winch. It took hours for them to even make their first attempt, before finally trying their approach on a middle-aged man, who slid on his rescue strap and was then slowly pulled up towards safety.
Okay. What? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's swinging a lot. That's kind of dangerous and nauseating to experience.
The footage of this is horrifying. These people were already over 1,000 feet in the air when
Yeah.
the cars got stuck, and now they were being lifted even higher, tethered only by a single rope and a safety harness. Worst of all, it was a particularly windy day, which was
Yeah,
made worse
the wind is gonna be your worst
by
nightmare.
the swirling of the helicopter blades, a combination that caused the man to start swinging wildly from side to side as he hung onto the rope for dear life.
Huh? I thought they tried to like lift him up with the rope. Oh, he did. They tried to lift him up the rope.
It was a grueling journey up, but finally the man reached the aircraft, and with safety just a few feet away, he instinctively reached his arms above his head in an attempt to grab onto the helicopter, a decision that would have disastrous effects.
What? How? Huh?
As he did so, his harness slid upwards and was pulled over his shoulders, and then over his arms, before eventually landing in his hands, meaning the only thing left holding him up was his own grip, as he clung to the now useless harness.
What the fuck?
For a full minute he dangled there, just inches away from rescue. Meanwhile, the rescue crew searched the craft for something they could use to safely hoist him in, but before they got the chance...
Oh my god, hoist him up!
The man slipped out of his harness, momentarily catching himself on the side of the helicopter itself. But by this point, his strength was gone, and seconds later, his grip would fail for good.
What? Wait, so this means like that his harness got tangled up, or so it got removed from his body?
Causing him to plummet approximately 2,000 feet to the ground below,
That
killing him
is
instantly.
that is fucking brutal, man. That is fucking brutal. Imagine, man, like you're just there, like, you know, you're just 5 seconds just to get rescued. It's gonna be your final moments. Man. Wow.
For those waiting to be rescued, the sight was especially horrific, as they watched the man who they thought had made it to safety fall to the ground right in front of them. The
Yeah.
fear they must have felt knowing that soon it would be their turn is unimaginable. After this, the rescue crews began making tweaks to their operation, which started to lead to a few attempts going off without a hitch. But the entire process was incredibly slow, as a full 24 hours would pass before 60-year-old Shubha Devi would finally get her chance to be removed from the car. And as she started her ascent up to the helicopter, the wind also caused her to start swinging wildly. So wildly, in fact, that the winch used to lift her suddenly stopped working, leaving her hanging there, only moving side to side rather than up towards safety.
What?
As she hung there, rescuers on the helicopter frantically tried to figure out what the problem with the winch was. But before they could ever get their answer, the rope suddenly snapped.
What? How did that happen? What type of engineering shit has been working all of this? This should be like 100% safe.
Causing her to free fall to the ground below. It came without any sort of warning, and from what I can find online, there isn't a definitive answer as to how this happened. But either way, it resulted in Shubha's tragic death.
What the fuck, bro? What in tarnation? They need to triple those ropes. Holy shit, and those harness too.
It took a total of 48 hours for the last of the survivors to be rescued and finally brought to safety, an unimaginable amount of time in an unimaginable position, with survivors having to watch two people fall to their deaths before them, unsure if they too were going to meet the same fate. Since its release, the footage has sparked some debate online, as the media actually hailed this as an impressive and even successful rescue operation
Propaganda
for
much?
the Indian Air Force, while others have hit back on this, as both incidents seem to have been entirely preventable, with more people dying from the rescue than the accident itself.
Yeah.
Though ultimately there were no repercussions for the rescue crew, with the only punishments being dished out to the operating company DRIL, which was accused of not properly maintaining the ropeway and not following proper safety protocols.
Yeah, that shouldn't been, you know, the thing that's... God damn it, man. Sometimes, like, they really need to get that 100% because, holy shit, you know, one problem, like, one mistake, one ignorance can lead to death to many.
It was even alleged that when the initial crash happened, the people operating the ropeway at the time actually fled the scene and never even called authorities. But I'm not sure if this was ever actually proven. DRIL was fined over $1 million and has since been blacklisted from operating ropeways for 5 years, while the families of the deceased were given around $33,000 in compensation.
Wait, how
was
many?
fined over $1 million and has since been blacklisted from operating ropeways for 5 years, while the families of the deceased were given around $33,000 in compensation.
Come on, man. 33,000? What the fuck is that? 1 million. I kind of like hope like 1 million per, per body that they miss. Like, I guess like died from this like accident. Like, holy shit.
Currently, there are plans to repair and reopen the ropeway, though at this point, no official date has been given for the reopening.
Damn, that's a fucking nightmare. Like, oh, if you're an engineer, like, if you're looking at that situation, I'm pretty sure this is the end of the video too. It's like, if you're an engineer, man, like, at least always have like, triple layers of safetyness. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of engineers always have that mindset. But in this case, it seems like a lot of the companies, I guess, like, try to abandon that, whole mantra altogether. Like, sometimes you don't even need to call, the helicopters in this case, or safety, if you believe that there's a lot of, safety precautions when it comes to these type of places. I think I even like hopefully expect like a rope for just in case if you're, in a cable. In this case, there's gonna be an operator who's gonna swoop in within the cable and hopefully just use the cable and then a rope that will go down within the, I guess in this case, all of the train. I guess I'm just gonna call them train or cargo, I guess in this case, so that all of the people, just in case they get stuck there, will more likely just go down in there, But it does makes me wonder, like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna take like a long rope to get that. But also in this case, man, it's like, man, always have like a double rope to just in case, one will fail. But it is pretty scary, like, that still happens. 2 additional people, I guess, died just attempting rescue. Like, it's crazy. And there's a lot of scary stuff, like dark and disturbing stuff, like that can really chill your bones. It's very fun actually, friends. Like, hopefully there's things you can learn on safety when it comes to this. And the video is all about YouTube Darkest Videos Part 9 by Nick Crowley, and the video is going to be available in the description below, so if you can watch Crowley's YouTube channel. So it's going to be very fun. Like, I really love all his videos and a lot of like horror stories, but there's nothing like Nexpo and Nick Crowley in this YouTube space when it comes to these dark and horrifying videos. Yeah, friends, thank you for watching my video and good afternoon. I actually made a mistake when it comes to my previous video. I thought it was evening, no, it's still afternoon. So yeah, good afternoon, friends.